What do you think is missing in education today?
Uh, I don't. I really. Well, I know for a fact in terms of education at large, no one's created a system to ensure that African American students are taught well.
Mm. Do you think they even think that that is needed?
I know they don't. I mean, you could graduate with honors at Cal State San Bernardino and have a degree in teaching, and you may not be able to teach African American kids because there's nothing in the curriculum to ensure that you can teach African American kids.
This makes me think of I remember seeing, and I've heard a lot about it that a lot of African American kids or Black American kids have been misdiagnosed or
For
purposely
sure.
put into like special education,
Mm,
even though they didn't have special education. They were like told they had ADHD, so now you
yeah,
need special education.
yeah.
Thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, it's really become it's I guess it's a reality that it's not a good thing. I'll give you a perfect example. At my daughter's school, she doesn't have a lot of kids uh, that have been labeled special ed,
Okay.
and then she'll have parents that say, "I want my kids to be labeled special ed because they think they get additional resources." And you do. Once you label special ed, you will get additional resources. But my daughter's school has proved you don't need those additional resources if you're getting a quality education and you truly love and are able to educate the kids that you have in front of you. And so that's the biggest problem. You know, a lot of black folks are suspect of the educators and the educational system. So to a fault. So sometimes they don't have the right balance on holding their kids accountable at the same time holding the educators accountable. You know, I did a lot of mentoring, and I was in a IEP one time with a young man, and his mother wanted him to copy the assignment off the board, and they had the special ed teachers in there, and the teacher said, "I asked your child to copy the assignment because that's what you asked us to do, and he won't do it." And the mother turned to the teachers and said, "So what are you gonna do about that?" And I said, "Time out. If my dad told me to copy the assignment off the board, I'm gonna copy the assignment off the board." To some extent, a parent has to be held responsible to control their child. And so I turned to the parent and said, "No, that's on you. If my dad told me I had to do something, I was gonna do it."
Yeah.
Now I was there to mentor that young man, so um, I give it's a perfect example, really. His mother called me and said when he went to high school, I had started mentoring in middle school. When he went to high school, the first week of high school, she got a call every day.
Wow.
Some kind of discipline problem. The latest one was he wore a hat. The teacher told him to take the hat off, and he didn't want to take the hat off. So the mother called me. He wasn't staying with his father at the time. So I said to him, I'm not going to give his name, but young man, if you don't want the teacher to tell you to take your hat off, then don't wear the hat. You understand that?
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Tillman. And I said to him, I went to meet one at the school, and I said, they've been calling your mama's house every day because of something you're doing at the schools. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you this $20. I'm gonna come back in a month. I'm gonna talk not in a month, but I'm gonna talk to the principal and the vice principal in a month. If you hadn't gotten in any trouble and your mama tell me no one's called home in the rest of this month, I'm gonna take back the 20 and give you 100. And sure enough, the end of the month, no one had called home, and I gave him $100. And I said, "Am I gonna have to give you $100
Every month?
every month?" And he said, "Nah, Mr. Tim, I just decided I'm not gonna do that stuff anymore." And from that point forward, it didn't happen. But he had to realize that he was in control. The lucky thing for me was he valued money the way I valued money when I was his age. So that was an incentive for him
Yes.
to dig deep and say, I'm not going to lose the opportunity of getting that money. But it changed his whole life. He went on to graduate early from uh, high school. So some parents aren't equipped with the ability to um, instill the discipline in their kids to ensure that they're successful too. That's part of the problem. And I don't know what the total solution is. I just know as educators, we have to meet parents and students where they are to help them be as successful as possible.